anybody could throw a hand, the police officer snatched my mom. But in the midst of them snatching my mom, somebody came from behind, from outside that wasn't supposed to be even in the house, come and they proceeds to snatch my mama bunny off her head. So baby, you know what I did, honey. You already know what I did. I hopped right over there. Wow. Yeah. Snatch my mama right out the crowd. Cause no, it's not giving that. Y'all not about to jump my mama, baby. I'm going to hell, jail, and 6 feet under about that one, sweetheart. So let's get it. So as the furniture pieces coming out, they're literally at the doors like they're at a concert. Hey, we got a TV. Hey, we got a TV stand. Hey, we got a couch. I said, oh, y'all broke. It's giving very much y'all broke. Oh my gosh, y'all are broke. It's giving broke energy. Who the fuck? Who cheers for furniture pieces coming out the house where their niece, their cousin still has to stay?
Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host, Fahim. Today we're going to be getting into some more TikTok content. I am not familiar with this young lady. I have absolutely no clue what she's going to be talking about. So I'm going to be figuring it out just like you guys. I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. So I'm so nervous. Y'all probably can see I'm nervous, but this is the story time y'all have been wanting. The story time y'all have been begging me for. And I felt like at that point, when it occurred, I was still fresh in it. I was still trying to battle with my emotions, battle with revenge, wanting revenge, wanted to seek revenge. So I didn't feel like I was ready to talk about it. But I am ready to talk about it now. I've prayed about it. And I am not going to go from the very beginning because there have been a literally sequence of events that have occurred to where if I told y'all these things, y'all would be like, girl, are you dumb? But I feel like everybody has had an individual they've been dumb or blind for because of them loving them or loving that individual. So to each his own, but I'm going to tell y'all what happened the day of the incident of the TV stand, the couch, and everything being taken out of. But we're going to go back maybe like 2 days on the timeline because I have to kind of put the pieces together. So grab your popcorn, set me up, prop me up because it's about to get real crazy, okay? So let's just put this out on the table. He was the provider. Now, when I got pregnant with my daughter, I worked until I was 8 months pregnant. Up until I was 8 months pregnant, I worked. We were going 50-50 on the bills. I never had a problem with paying 50. I pay my 50, you pay your 50. I never have a problem, never ever till this day, with splitting bills. I don't care because I don't want anybody to feel like they're going to puppet me into doing something that I don't want to do or they're going to control what I can and cannot do. I don't care what you are paying. I don't care if I'm not paying anything. You're not going to tell me, oh, this is what you're going to do and this is what you're not going to do. No, if it's going to be all of that, then cool. Let me pay my 50 and you pay your 50. You get what I'm saying? So after I had my daughter or whatever, I couldn't return back to work immediately because we were trying to find Sarai a daycare. So in the midst of us finding the daycare, he's taking on the bills, but we came up with this plan. I don't care what nobody say. I really think that men need to get this out of their head, whatever men that think like this. Taking care of a child 24/7 is a job. Whether I'm clocking in or not, it's a job, and it is very draining. It's tiring, and it's exhausting. And
I want to say I absolutely agree with this sister right here on this point in particular. I don't know what she was talking about before this, but yeah, this is something I also say with stay-at-home wives. Being a stay-at-home wife in and of itself is a job. And I know that many people have a problem with that. I don't know why, but many people have a problem with the idea that a woman can stay at home and work in terms of taking care of children in the household. That is a stressful job, and women that do that deserve respect as well.
Everybody needs a break. I tried to explain to him that you being able to go to work, I would love to do that because I be wanting to interact with other people. I want to be able to step away from everything that I'm dealing with because as women, like I feel like when it comes to women, we deal and battle with so much that we do not speak about. Like emotionally, we be wrecked. Like we be pouring into cups. We still got to nurture. We still got to be there when our cup is completely empty. And I was drained. I was exhausted. I was tired. And I felt like I was constantly having to tell a person to be a father to their child. Why am I having to tell you to be there for your child? Why am I having to tell you to be there for me? And I feel like with us, our issue was He felt like him being a provider, that was all he needed to do, was just pay the bills, come home and kick his feet and relax and act like he don't got no kids. You get what I'm saying? And that's not it. It's not giving that. So we created a schedule to when he would work. On his off days, he would get Sarai. And I would be able to get me a mental break and go work and film my content and do whatever I needed to do. That was what we agreed upon, right? So as time progressed, he had an issue with him having to come home to take care of his kid. He felt like that was my job as a woman, that I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to make up for what he can't do. In all reality, I do agree. We are the nurturers, but please, 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 please. This is something that I hate, and we've gotten into it so many times about this topic. Men feel like that they were not placed here to be nurturers. I agree. We are nurturers. But just because it comes natural to us doesn't mean that you can't be taught it. Doesn't mean that you can't learn how to be a nurturer. I just feel like it goes as far as the example of you can be born a leader or be taught to be a leader. Some people naturally are born a leader, but some people can be taught. I feel like it's the same thing with being a nurturer. You can be taught how to nurture. Yeah, you're not going to be able to nurture the way that I nurture because it's my nature to do so, but you still are capable of learning how to do it.
I I agree with the underlying statement. I disagree with how she interpreted it, but I absolutely understand. I think that women certainly are the nurturers. Um, and I think that the nurturing that a woman does is maternal and the nurturing that a man does is paternal. So both can be nurturing, but it's in different ways. A man is typically the more disciplinarian type, the woman is typically the more of the healer type. You understand? But yeah.
He tried to make it seem like, oh, men are not built to be nurturers and we don't know how to do that. That's because that's what y'all have made the norm. But let's cut the BS. Cut it out. You can be taught how to nurture. You can put in some type of effort to take care of your child, to bathe her, to fix her bottle, to do this. All of that was such a hassle for him. This man would literally change a diaper, y'all, and say, man, I just had to change the diaper. Do you not know how many diapers I've changed? Having a child is not just the woman's responsibility. I don't give a damn what household you live in. I don't care about what they have made the norm when it comes to taking care of a kid. It's my responsibility just as well as it's your responsibility. We both laid up and had this child together, not one or the other. You get what I'm saying? So that was the main issue with us. Like, he felt like he didn't need to take care of the kids. He felt like that was my job. He want me to cook, clean, and do all this. No, I'm not doing that. I have no problem with submitting to a man, but I'm not submitting to a man that does not have my best interest. That's something that we lay on the line. When we submit, it's because we trust this person wholeheartedly with everything. We know that this man is leading us in the right direction to where we need to go, that this man is leading our family in the right direction. This man is doing everything that he needs to do for our family. I felt like I felt like he wasn't doing that. If we being all honest, I felt like he was on a journey. He was on a path of achieving goals for self gains, for self reasons. Because when I spoke about wanting to go back to school, he had no interest in helping me figure out a plan or a schedule so that I can still be able to manage school and take care of our kid. He never even tried to intervene and say, hey, well, we can do this so that you can have time to get your schoolwork in. But when it came to him wanting to go to trade school, guess what? I took on Sarai. I watched Sarai every day this man had to go to school.
What I will say is, if you're in a situation where one person is supposed to be taking care of the child, you have to make sure that you're financially stable enough to where you can rely on one person's income. Where another person doesn't necessarily have to worry about work whatsoever. That way they can 100% focus all of their time, effort, and energy into taking care of the home. Otherwise, we have situations like this where the woman feels that she's not being appreciated, she's not being considered, and she's not being thought of.
Every day this man had to go to school, I watched Sarai. He never had to even think about, dang, even when I had stuff to do on days he had to go to school, guess what? I dropped all of that to take care of her. That way he didn't have to worry about it. And it was on days that he was supposed to have been watching Sarai. But when it's time for me to have to go handle something, oh, you complaining about watching your daughter. Why are you complaining? Why am I having to beg you? Why do I have to force you to watch your child? Make that make sense. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. So When it was time for me to go back to work, he told me, oh, I don't think that's a smart idea. Personally, I feel like he got accustomed to him being able to feel like he had like a little say-so, or feel like he had some type of control, to where it was like, nah, I know if she go back to work, she gonna have a say-so, because now she's paying 50-50. She's paying half of the bills. But now I got her exactly where I want her at, to where she's not paying no bills. So now her schedule got to be in line with my schedule. Her schedule got to work around me. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it became greedy. So once I identified that he wasn't okay with me going back to work, he wasn't trying to help me to get back into school, but I'm helping him with every goal that this man has ever brought on the table. Guess what? I fed every dream, every goal. I filmed content. I created business logos. I created a whole business profile for Google. I went out in the hot sun, y'all. Hot sun, pregnant, biggest ever, passing out flyers to doors. 2 freaking doors for 3, 4, 5 hours with this man. I'm feeding every dream, every goal. I'm watering every seed. But when it comes to you watering my seeds, I'm left just planted, no watering. That's not a relationship. That's not partnership. Once I identified that, that's when I slowly, mentally, physically, I started stepping back from the relationship. Now my main priority is making sure me and my daughter is okay. That's the thing. So
I find it very interesting that people use the term me and my when referring to a child, as if two people didn't help create it. Although I do understand she's coming from the perspective of somebody who felt like they had to take on the bulk of taking care of the child. Not that that's necessarily a problem for a woman, as especially in the early years, the father isn't all that pertinent compared to when they're in their adolescent years. However, doing little simple rudimentary tasks like changing a diaper, come on now, bro. You should know how to change a diaper, bro. You should want to spend time with your children. You know, as a man, you want to work, you want to provide, but taking the time out to at least spend some kind of time with your child shouldn't be that big of a hassle.
once I identified just small signs and small signs that this man wasn't out for my best interest, I started taking back. Like, I started falling back on my womanly duties, cooking all the time, cleaning all the time. Like, I stopped doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, that was my downfall, because just because somebody do something to you, or just because somebody wrongfully do anything to you, don't mean that you stop being who you are as an individual. Woman in a relationship or not, that's me. So I should have never given up who I was because the individuals were treating me a certain type of way. I should have remained who I was. I can agree to that. I can say that that's partially where I went wrong at. Another place I can say that I can say honestly that I was wrong was when I feel some type of way about something, I speak very passionate about it, just like I am now. And sometimes it can come off as I'm speaking aggressive. And that's something that I have to work on, because I just feel like this is just who I am, but I can't expect for everybody to adapt or be okay with that just because that's who I am. I have to know how to kind of down it down depending on who I'm talking to. So
Yeah, I agree. As a man, especially if you feel that your authority is being threatened, it could make some men just shut down because they don't want to feel like the authority is threatened. And if you're the authority in the house, being that you're the man, you want that level of respect, that authoritative respect. And so it's important to cater your tone to that authority, in this case being your man in the household. But it is good to see the sister taking accountability. I will say that. Great job on her part.
whew, so that's everything that's out on the table. So now the next video is gonna be what happened that day and the couple days before. But I just feel like those were a lot of things that needed to be said. I felt like that's where our relationship just started falling apart, because we wasn't on one accord. We wasn't. I was feeding and he was just taking. Just paying bills and want his hand out. Gimme, but wasn't giving back in return. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay.
I know I keep pausing, but this is a very interesting story, and I can be passionate about this subject. So it's interesting because I think protecting and providing is the main role of a father in a household. But also, we know that that's not the only role. You have to be able to cater to your woman and your children emotionally, spiritually, mentally. These are things that are also important. Money isn't enough to raise a child. It's not. It's very important. I'd say it's even half the pie because without it, you can't have a roof over your head, food in the refrigerator, or anything like that. But it isn't the only thing. You need to make sure that you work on the other aspects of a good and healthy relationship and not just focus on monetary value.
So we're gonna go back like 2 days. The incident happened May 29th, so we're gonna go back like the 26th to 27th, around that time. So I was planning a surprise graduation party for him. So the days I was running these errands for the graduation party was days where he was off, where he was supposed to have been watching Sarai. So this one day I ended up not being able to run the errands because I needed to go help my mom's partner decorate an event. But when I came back from decorating the event, something felt very odd. I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was, so I roamed around the house trying to just see what's out of the way, something that's out of the norm. I go into our bedroom. Why is there like some of his clothes removed out of the closet, some of his shoes removed off of the rack? So I come to him, I'm like, hey, you removed clothes out of the house? And he was like, yeah, I moved it into a hotel. Mind y'all, we didn't have no arguments. Like, we were okay. I'm not going to say we were great, but we were okay. We were good. Like, we didn't get into it. It had been cool. We was watching movies together, like, doing our normal set schedule. So I'm like, so why did you move clothes out of the house? He was just like, I don't know. So then he was like, can you lay down with me? So I lay down with him. He's telling me how I'm a great woman, how he loves me, how he loved me, and that I'm the best thing that happened to him, and he don't know where he'll be without me. Like, just buttering. But in the back of my head, baby, investigator, still trying to think. I'm like, so what was your reason on packing your stuff if you telling me all this stuff? So lay down. We end up falling asleep or whatever. I'm constantly, my mind, I'm an overthinker. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to put pieces together. Mind you, he pulled this stunt. I'm still planning the graduation party. So it came back to days where he had to work. And I'm like, hey, when you come home from work or whatever like that, I need to run a couple errands or whatever. This was the day before his graduation party, y'all. The day before his graduation party. So it get to the day before I ran the errands. The day of his graduation party. He works overnight. So he had to come home in the morning time of the graduation party. So I'm like, hey, can you come back to the house? What time are you going to get back to the house when you come from work? Because I needed to go to my mom's storage because my mom then was helping. My mom is an event planner. She was helping me plan this whole graduation party, y'all. Whole graduation party. I'm talking about we was going big, a whole event. Tell me why the day of his graduation party, this man not answering the phone. He went MIA. He did not come home from work. MIA. The whole freaking day. I didn't hear from this man till 4 p.m., 4 or 5 p.m. But his party was supposed to have been at 2 p.m. At 4 p.m. I didn't hear from this man until 4 p.m. He had the nerve to say he fell asleep at a hotel. He was tired.
That boy was cracking cheeks. Come on now. Sister was going all out for you. Had her mama involved in everything, brother. Come on now. And she's the mother of your child. Oh, man. Oh.
Now, I'm getting mad all over again. Do I got Boo Boo the Fool written on my head? And you think I'm dumb? Do you think I'm dumb? Do you think I'm stupid? Like, I'm young. Mind y'all, he's older than me by like 5-6 years. But baby, the games you played, I done played them, and I done played them better than you have ever played them. So please, you might want to come back with something better. You got the platform, but you don't really got it. You get what I'm saying? So when he said that, I'm like, I'm going in. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going in. I'm like, who the fuck? Who do you, boy? We ain't doing that. So, cool. Still end up throwing a little graduation party. It wasn't big. Still, because the food was already cooked. Still end up throwing a graduation party or whatever. So, the next day, go-go's. Ghost, don't come to the house. Clothes and stuff still here, but don't come to the house. Tomorrow he went back to the hotel. You went back to the hotel. Who the fuck's who in the, for one, somebody just went out their way to throw a whole graduation party for you, and you mean to tell me you gonna go to the hotel instead of spend the night at the house where you reside at, where this person just threw you a whole graduation party at? What is going through your head? Because the only thing I'm thinking about is another female. That's what I'm thinking about. Because ain't no way. It's not making sense. It's not making no sense. Who the fuck finna pay rent to go sleep their head elsewhere when hotel fees is skyrocketed? When hotel fees is out the ASS. Make that make sense. It's not making sense, buddy. It's not making no sense. So I'm like, you on some like weird shit. Like, cool. Like, if that's what it's gonna be, I'm not finna force you to be in a relationship with me. I'm not finna force you to lay your head somewhere you don't want to lay your head at. You can go. You can go. Cool beam. So the next day, I tell him that day, I'm like, well, that night, I'm like, well, can you come get the rest of your stuff, like the rest of your clothes and stuff? Because if you're gonna leave, just leave. Like, it's not finna be that dibbing and dabbing where you finna think you finna leave, come back when you want, leave, and come back. It's not giving that. No. It's not giving that, baby. You ain't finna bring all them spirits and all that mess in here, all that energy in here. No. You think you finna go do what you wanna do and bring it back here. No, it's not giving, oh, he know where home at, baby. No, I don't know where home at, and your home is not here. Get it and go. I don't care what bills you're paying. Get it and go. Baby, we'll be good. We'll be straight. So he was supposed to come back here because he cuts grass, so he was supposed to get his lawn care stuff out of the garage. His family comes here, not him. His family comes here at maybe like 10 something in the morning to get the stuff out of the garage. So they get the stuff out of the garage and they leave, right? So his family come back. And when his family come back, he come back. He come back, y'all, in the ex car. Not his car, the ex car. The ex car. So I'm like, ooh, you bold. But I thought you was staying at a hotel. Now the pieces getting put together. Nigga, you think you slick. You wasn't at no hotel. You was at her house. You was at her house. And this means that you've been plotting this. You've been plotting it. Cool. So he come back. Now he trying to take materialistic stuff out the house. Oh, you bad. Oh, you bitter. You sassy. You
Gonna be upfront. I find it very difficult to believe that this man all of a sudden started showing all of these red flags after she procreated with him. I find that very difficult to believe. The character of somebody is grown with them over time. It's not something that is subject to change suddenly. Maybe you were just ignorant to those red flags.
so feminine. It's so cute. You being more feminine than me. So I'm like, you coming in here to take stuff? So the police show up. The police was like, if you want to contest to it or whatever, if he can't show receipts or whatever, then he can't take anything. So they was trying to tell him pull up receipts for the TV stand and stuff. He couldn't pull up no receipts, y'all. No receipts at all. So the police was like, okay, well, cool. They left. Then he come back with a couple of little receipts for the TV and the TV stand and the couch. Cool. Mind y'all, the couch was free because Amazon delivered it in the wrong.
But this brother is wild. I'm not gonna lie. He might be a nigga. He might be a nigga. It's a distinction between a black man and a nigga, a black woman and a nigga. This more. I mean, you came back with the receipts, taking all of the things out of the house. Yo, who in the world did you get with? This is diabolical.
In the wrong door or whatever like that. So we end up getting the money back for that. Cool. I don't care. The couch was $400. It's not that big of a deal. The TV was like $300, $200. The TV stand was $100. I'm not tripping about materialistic things. It's just the principle behind it. You're going to take stuff out of an apartment where your child's mother still stays and take me out of the equation. Your daughter still stays here and you're going to take stuff out of here. You don't even have an apartment to put this stuff in. So what is your motive behind taking this stuff? What is your intentions behind taking this stuff? It's because you're bitter and you're sad and you're hurt and you're upset. You don't even have nowhere to put this stuff in here. So what would be your reason for taking the stuff? but let's clock it. His family has a little apartment and they don't really have furniture in there. So that's really why you wanted it. Your family wanted the furniture. So it's just like, okay, cool. So they come back with receipts. It's about 15 of them, and it's literally me, my mom, and my sister's boyfriend. It's just us three. My daughter is in here, and my nephew, my newborn nephew, was in this apartment. The police officers that we had two police officers or whatever, they were not doing their jobs at all. They were acting like they were scared. His family cussing and everything. My mom is going back and forth with them because it's about 15 of them and it's us. And they're basically trying to bum rush inside of this apartment to get stuff up out of here. It doesn't take 15 people to take 4 things out of here. So I'm like, nah, all of them cannot come in here. Like my daughter's in here, my nephew's in here, all of them cannot come in here. So they're still talking about, yo mama in here, so we gonna come in here. Like I'm being on, it was given very much low class. It was given very much ratchet. It was given very much ghetto. It was given very much dirty feet. That's what it was giving. And my mom is an RN nurse, drive a 2024 Mercedes-Benz. I got a Lexus. It's not giving that. It's not giving that, baby. We've never been hard up for materialistic things, and I'm not never ever about to argue with a low life over some furniture pieces. It's not giving that, baby. Got too much to lose. You have nothing to lose. So I get it. And you got that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling my mom the entire time, Mom, it's not that. Like, we're not finna argue with them. We're not finna go back and forth. They still trying to go back and forth. The police literally had to say, shut up! Why is it all that? Why does it have to be all that? Like, they already have that stereotype up that we are like that. And y'all just proving them. You're just proving them right. Just crossing, checking boxes off the list. You get what I'm saying? So, okay. This video about to end. So, dang, I didn't know it was going to be this many videos. So head over to part 3, okay? It's finna get juicy, I promise. Okay, so this is part 3. Mind y'all, when they came back with the receipts to take stuff out of the house, the ex pulled up with him. Now let's put this out there. She's a DCF worker, which means she works for Departments, Children, and Families, right? She was on the clock out here. Didn't report it. She wasn't prioritizing none of the kids' safety, and I didn't expect for her to prioritize my child when she doesn't like my child. Like, what ex would like the child, you know, that kind of destroyed it all, in a sense. So, she comes out here with her formal outfit on, thinking she about to do something. What are you about to do, Miss Ma'am? Because I know what I'm about to do. I'm reporting you to your supervisor tomorrow morning, Miss Ma'am, since you want to be out here on the clock. Clock it. Dumbass. Like, you gotta be dumb. You gonna come out here, you work for DCF, you a governmental job, and you gonna be out here on the clock, not doing your job. You didn't report it, you didn't call for backup, and then you were on the clock. Get into it. So, mind y'all, this ex is like, ugh. Like, ooh, I see, like that. You get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to knock nobody, but baby, the best he ever had. Looks, whatever you want to put on the table, baby. Clock it. We can clock it. We can go feature for feature, baby, and eats it up every time. Very much giving bum. So, the police literally say, shut up! Like, tell everybody to shut up, because they were going back and forth. For one, they had their phones out, y'all, and they were like this, let us in the house. Now, the one that record for a living, I didn't put my phone out not one bit, because what am I going to gain recording y'all low lives? Dirty feet, bums, not a crumb of class. What am I getting from that? Nothing. So I'm not finna put my phone out and I'm not finna record y'all. So I'm telling them, like, be quiet. Like, y'all doing too much. It's not that deep. Trying to shut my mom up because she want to go. Listen, my mama was going in, honey. I drive a Mercedes-Benz. We live in a gated community. Like, money ain't an issue, baby. We are good. My family, baby, my dad and my mom built the foundation to where if anything came crashing down today, we are set for life. We are.
But my question is, sweetheart, why did you get the bomb? Why'd you get... That nigga is toasted. You got both your mom and your dad in your family. It sounds like you were raised in a 2-parent household, which is rare nowadays, especially for us. Bruh, take advantage of that and go get with a man that is even better off than you. Not only financially, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Because now you got with somebody who tearing you down. That goes for both male and female. Get with somebody that's better than you. You know, and in this regard, or at least on your same level, if you're a man, for real.
Good. We are good, baby. Okay. So money ain't an issue. It's not an issue, like, at all, sweetheart. Why they pulls up in one car, packed like sardines. It's about 15 of them. Okay. I see why y'all doing all this. So the police instruct for 3 individuals to come in. His sister, her husband, and her son. This whole time, he's literally on the side of the U-Haul truck like this, embarrassed with his head down. Yeah, I would be embarrassed too if I had dirty feet ass siblings out here acting like hooligans. So they come in or whatever, and they proceed to take down the TV first. So everybody know when you have a TV mounted, you have 2 strings that somebody has to pull in order for the latches to come off so that you can take the TV off. So my ex was on one side. My ex was on one side, and her husband, his sister husband, was on the other side of the TV, and they asked me, Mira, can you pull the string? So I'm like, cool. Like, when it came to me and him, we wasn't arguing at all. It was his family. He's allowing his family to do this foolishness. Like, what family in their right mind is hyped and is okay with coming to take stuff out of a house where my family member, where I know your daughter still has to reside? Like, you got to be sick. You got to be broke. You got to be a bum to want to do that. Like, it gives very much y'all don't got shit. And I see y'all trying to pick up anything that y'all can get, honey. Anything that y'all can get. Oh, you pay for that? They get that. They get that. They get that. And it ain't even giving that, honey, at all. So I helped them take the TV down, and I had my internet box, which is right there. My cords and stuff was through the TV stand. So I'm like, I need to take my cords and stuff out. I don't want them to break my internet box. So I'm like, now let me make sure I get my cords and stuff. So I'm pulling my cords out or whatever. So then I proceed to lift up the TV stand because they were still taking something else. So I proceed to lift up the TV stand. My mom is like, okay, let me help you, Mir, or whatever, because I only had one side. So my mom gets on the other side, and then his sister proceeds that now she wants to help. She gets up and she comes to the side where my mom is at. Mind y'all, they had been going at it all day long, so I kind of knew what was finna pop off. You get what I'm saying? So she come on the side of my mom, and she's like this. Nah, we got it, like that. When I seen her, first she did it like a little gentle, trying to be slick, because the police are by the door, so they're not even paying attention to really anything. So I peeped and said, baby, guess what? I put the TV stand politely down, and I proceeds to that side or whatever. So when she kind of bumped my mama like that, as soon as my mama like did that or whatever, like that's when hands about to get thrown. Literally before anybody could throw a hand, the police officer snatched my mom. But in the midst of them snatching my mom, somebody came from behind, from outside that wasn't supposed to be even in the house, come and they proceeds to snatch my mama bonnet off her head. So, baby, you know what I did, honey. You already know what I did. I hopped right over there. Wow. Yeah. Snatch my mama right out the crowd, because no, it's not giving that. Y'all not about to jump my mama, baby. I'm going to hell, jail, and 6 feet under about that one, sweetheart. So let's get it. We can take it there. Like, I never like to result in violence. I don't like to do any of that. Like, that's too much. That's what I used to do. It's played out, and it's ridiculous, and it's pathetic. It's no class in that at all, and that's not what it's, baby. Very much want to be classy. Very much want to act like I got some sense. It's not giving that. So it's just like, but if we got to take it there, I can take it there with you. You get what I'm saying? So putting your hands on my mom, that's where it's going to go from 0 to 1,000, all that, trying to keep it kumbaya and just let y'all take the stuff and go about y'all business. It wasn't giving that. So yes, I hit a beat dead in her face. And when I hit her in her face, I snatched my mama out the crowd. Like, what's up? Like, what's good? Because we finna get there now. So the police end up detaining, trying to pull me. Girl, he snatched me on the couch. In the midst of all of that mess, my nephew gets knocked. Because it went from 3 people being in here to when that broke out, everybody trying to bum rush in here trying to jump. It ain't giving that, honey. So in the midst of all of that, my nephew got knocked out his car seat. So my brother grabbed his son off the floor, and he's pissed. He's heated. He about to, yeah. So that's when they end up calling backup or whatever like that. So I get arrested. My mom get arrested. I'm like, what am I getting arrested for? This is my house. What the hell am I getting arrested for? Y'all need to arrest these motherfuckers that ain't supposed to be in here. Clock it. What's going on? So you could tell they scared. The police officers acting like they so scared. They shaking. He couldn't even put the handcuffs on me, y'all. My wrist is small. This man put the handcuffs on me. I get up. Why the handcuffs drop off my wrist? talking about I'm resisting arrest. I said, I'm not resisting nothing. The handcuffs fell off. You need to make sure that you putting them on the correct way. That has nothing to do with me. So I'm like, now, like, I'm not finna go in the back of the police car, my mom's purse, my wallet, my phones and stuff around here, and I'm gonna make sure that they're not touching nothing that they're not supposed to touch, because once again, they're dirty feeds. So they're bums and they're low life. So bitch, I don't know what y'all would take out of here. So nah, I'm gonna keep my antennas where it needs to be at. So I'm like, nah, let me get my stuff together. So I'm picking up my mama keys, purses, and all of that or whatever. So put stuff to the side, hiding stuff or whatever like that. So then that's when, like, the getting the furniture and stuff, all that came to like a cease in a sense, because it became violent. So then you have so many police officers and stuff respond. You had the lieutenant, the sergeant, like undercover cops. It was like probably like 30 police officers like out here. If I can find a video, I'm probably gonna put it in this video, but I didn't record anything. My family and my neighbors and stuff were the ones really recording, and his people was the ones recording. Don't know why they were recording. But in the midst of that or whatever, they had started passing around like a little statement. Nobody wanted to press charges. I felt like it was pointless. What am I pressing charges on? What am I going to get from you? The draws off your ass?
For this sister is going in. I'm talking about she going in. I rock with it though. I rock with it because it definitely sounds like she was dealing with some crusty dusties. Some crusty dusties.
The clothes that you got on right now, like, what am I really going to get from a low life? What am I going to get from a bum? What am I going to get from somebody that don't got nothing to lose? No shade, but it's the truth. What am I going to get from you? So no, I'm not trying to press charges. Like, go on, I ain't got nothing to take from you or whatever. So we signed that little document or whatever, and I'm in the back of the police car. They put me in the back of the police car talking about just wait here. I'm like, nah, because my mom is still out there by herself. Like, let me out the car. So then they end up letting me out the car or whatever, taking the handcuffs off me. And the police came up to us and they started laughing. They was like, don't worry about anything because she's getting arrested for something else. Yeah, the one that wanted to bump my mother, yes, he had a whole warrant out for her arrest. You dumb fuck. So guess what? In the midst of all of that, you did all that just to get arrested. Clock it. My God was working. Immediately, right then and there, guess what? You got arrested. You tried to be nasty and try to bump my mama because you seen that the police wasn't watching, wasn't paying attention. But my God was watching, baby. And guess what? They ran her name and she had a warrant out for her arrest. Sweetheart got arrested. And let me tell y'all how the energy switched up. Y'all, let me tell y'all how the energy switched. Oh, hold on. Y'all gotta go to the next video because this video about to end. So y'all, so they went from, I didn't even tell y'all this. So as the furniture pieces, okay, so we resumed taking the furniture pieces out. But this was before they found out she had a warrant out for her arrest, right? So as the furniture pieces coming out, they're literally at the doors like they're at a concert. Hey, we got a TV. Hey, we got a TV stand. Hey, we got a couch. I said, oh, y'all broke. It's giving very much y'all broke. Oh my gosh, y'all are broke. It's giving broke energy. Who the fuck? Who cheers for furniture pieces coming out the house where their niece, their cousin still has to stay? For one, take all that out the equation. Who cheers for furniture that comes out the house? The only person I know that would cheer for something is that they genuinely need it. And it seems as if you need it more than I need it. Have it, baby. Have it. Have it, because I'm not cheering for furniture. You got to be a bum. You got to be you know how low you have to scoot? Then my neighbor literally was like, no type of class. I'm so sorry you had to even indulge in any of that. I'm so upset. And I feel so sorry for you that you even had to go through any of that. They are bums. My neighbor said they have no type of class, and this is why we have the stereotype that we have. Exactly. And that's what I was trying to tell my mom. You got too much to lose, honey. Come on. Let's go. We're not finna do that with people that ain't got shit to lose. Because they beat us. Before we even lay a hand on them and we indulge in any of that type of foolishness, they already won because they don't have anything to lose, and we losing what we have, what we work for, and it's not giving that, baby. We want to continue to break generational curses, not carry on like that. A lot of generational curses mixed in with that, baby, and it's not giving that over here. So they cheering for furniture, so they went from being so loud to want to record every freaking thing to sitting outside on the grass, girl, crisscross applesauce, all quiet. They was like this, talking amongst each other. Oh, now y'all got some sense. Guess what? The sister that got arrested, she was sitting on the ground. The loudest one of all, want to be the most disrespectful, the one that I had respect for. Like, when we came out, I told my mom, like, nah, I respect her. Like, you feel me? It wasn't even that. We were actually being cordial. Not even cordial. We were being cool. You get what I'm saying? She calling me babe, sis, all this. But when you disrespect my mom, it's just like, all that go out the window, sweetheart. I don't care about any of that. So she was on the ground, quiet. The only person that was worried about me, that was checking up on me and checking up on my daughter, was her husband. Her husband, he had Sarai. He had my daughter holding her. He was like, I'm not going to let nothing happen to her. He even told me, he was like, if you move from out of here and you need help, I got you. Like, just call me and I'll help you. Like, he was literally stretched. Like, he was being very helpful. Like, he was just like, people just got to learn, and it's kind of messed up that it has to be this way or whatever, that it got to occur like this. But, you know, you just live and you learn or whatever, just going about your way like that. Like, being very respectful or whatever. So she ended up getting arrested. Guess what? My mom was like, oh, nah, baby, this is how you go out. Y'all want to pull out y'all phones the whole day trying to record. My mama was sitting here recording. Look who get put in the police car. Look who get put in the police car, y'all. Like, I'm like, girl, you doing too much. I was laughing the entire time. I'm like, my mom is funny, honey. So that's what happened, but it's not giving very much bitter. I'm not upset. Crazy thing, I forgive him for everything that he did, everything that his family did. I forgive him because I follow God's word, baby. And in order for me to be forgiven, I have to forgive. So I'm not holding no grudges. I'm not bitter. I'm not stuck up. I'm not keeping my child from him. Like, it's not giving none of that, baby. I wish you the best. I'm praying for you and your family because y'all need all the prayer y'all can get. No shade. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. Like, I'm great. I'm great. God, literally, in the midst of that, I post that video, I made $2,000 just in that day off that video. You get what I'm saying? So God gave me a forever community. I felt alone in the beginning, but God has showered me with so many people, so much support, so many encouraging words. And I thank y'all so much for that, because y'all helped me to be as strong as y'all see me to be on the video, like on these videos, on the camera and stuff like that. Like, I probably would have been in like a little turtle shell just to myself and just making sure me and my daughter was okay. But y'all gave me the courage to want to even get back on here and film, because I wasn't going to film. In all honesty, I was just going to move on with my life and not record anything, and then record when I felt like I was ready to. But I felt like I needed, and God laid it on my heart to record what I'm going through, because I didn't expect to see that it's so many women that has experienced what I've experienced, and even worse than that. So for me to be able to come fingertips to a lot of people and be able to relate and be transparent, like, that's something that I'm so forever and will forever be grateful for. And I honestly, this situation allowed me to meet a lot of beautiful souls. And if you're going through what I'm going through, I just want to tell you that you got this, and God is the answer to it all. Literally it all. Like, I had been, before this situation even happened, I had been praying, and I'm asking God, because I felt like I wasn't where I wanted to be. So I'm like, God, like, what is it? So then I'm realizing, like, okay, let me take a step back. Who am I around? I started praying, and this was a prayer that I was really scared to pray, but I know I needed to pray. I prayed, I said, God, remove anybody out my life that is stopping me from receiving and getting and working towards the desires of my heart. I kept praying that, and then that happened. And when the situation happened, I felt the happiest I've ever felt in my entire life. I can call any of my family members right now, and they'll tell you, I just kept telling them I feel free. I feel like my shackles are off. I feel like my bondage is no longer tying me down. Like, I felt so free. I felt so joy. I felt so jovial. I felt so free-spirited. Like, I felt so good. So the video that y'all seen when I was talking and stuff like that, that's genuinely how I felt. Like, I felt so great. I haven't felt like that in so long. I haven't felt like myself in so long. So for me to feel that way, like, I literally could cry right now. Like, y'all just don't know, like, how I felt like somebody was just holding me back, bro. Holding me back. Like, I felt like I was supposed to have been so far. And I'm like, why am I not where I'm supposed to be at? Like, I'm putting in the work, but I'm not putting in the work that how I normally put in the work. And it just started making me question everything and question myself the whole time. It wasn't even me. It was somebody that I was in a relationship with. It was somebody that I was around, somebody that I was evolving my life around, somebody that I was just so mentally and physically fixated on. You get what I'm saying? So it's so crazy. So my advice to y'all is, when you get in a relationship, do not give up your independency. Remain independent while you're in a relationship, and Date intentionally. Like, always have intentions behind you dating. Communicate, bro. Communicate. If you feel like this person is not on the same level as you, you need to leave them. Don't try to sit here and get in a relationship with hopes and dreams that this person is going to become who you want them to be, because 9 times out of 10, if that person don't want to change, that person is not going to change, and it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. So that would be my advice to y'all. And go to God, baby. Go to God, because God has opened so many doors for me. Like, so many doors. And guess what? Now my focus, I have nobody in my way. I have no excuses. My main focus is literally me focusing on God. And then my baby immediately after. And then me. You get what I'm saying? So now I have nobody in the way. I've been waking up every morning, praying, getting into my Bible. I pick up my Bible before I pick up my phone. I do my verse of the day. Listen, I am in the Word, and not just being physically in the Word and reading it. You have to understand it and apply it to your life. You can't just be reading this stuff and saying, oh, I know this, I understand this, but you're not applying it to your life. What are you gaining from that? What is your reasoning on reading the Bible if you're not going to apply it? God is not expecting for us to be perfect. And I think that we have to get that out of our heads. And I think that we've gotten so accustomed to that from older Christians that we have to walk this perfect walk. The walk is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be times, I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be times where you don't even want to go to God, because when I experienced all of this, I didn't even want to go to God. But guess what? I told God, give me strength to come to you, to come to the foot of your throne. Give me strength, because it's going to be times where you don't want to, but you need to. And I feel like the times where you don't want to and you go, it's the best feeling in the freaking world. I cannot make this up. So my advice to you would be, go to God. God is your why. God is your reason, and God is your answer to it all. And if you feel like you struggle with building a relationship and you want some advice on how to go about that, hit my DMs. My messages are forever open to anybody. I even thought about making a group chat where I post the verse of the day. We talk about the word, like we do little Bible studies. We go do group FaceTimes, but I'm just waiting for God to lead me in the direction that I need to go in as far as that idea or whatever like that. But I wish y'all the best. God bless. And that was really the story time. It's way more sequence of events, but I don't really want to get into that because I'm trying to move past that, move forward. But I hope y'all just stick with y'all stick with me through this progression in life, because it's up from here and we going to the top. And I want y'all to be along with me. Share this moment with me so y'all can feel and y'all can see that anything is possible, sweetheart. We back and we better. And I love y'all so much. Bye, y'all. I'm so happy.
That was a hell of a story time. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of things that I could give input on, but one of them being, you have to be very deliberate with who you date and who you get with. You see, it's all right to, especially as a woman, to let go of some agency to your man, but that comes with trust, and of course, that comes with time. That also comes with making sure he has the qualities, attributes, and traits that are good for a husband. That's really what it's for. And what this really seems like is a situation where she didn't do her due diligence in making sure that she chose a good man and a good leader to begin with. Because look at the crop that he comes from. Look at the family that he comes from. Look at the roots that he grew from. They weren't good. They were spoiled. They were rotten. And so you had to deal with such a grotesque situation, a situation that was just completely out of hand. And as she said, was classless and was just outright disgusting. But I hope that she learned to move forward from it. It seems like she came from a good foundation, but you have to make sure that the family or the person that you date comes from that good foundation as well, because in a sense, you're also dating their family. Your family is also going to interact with theirs, as you see clearly. And so it's very important that you do your due diligence as it pertains to relationships, dating, and having long-term, significant others and being together like that. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.